Hi everyone, this is a tutorial on how to make the whack-a-mole game on TinkerCad. So I already have the circuit done. I have the LEDs going from the pin to the LED to the ground. That's from all of the LEDs. You could also add resistors, but I just didn't do it. And for the button, it goes from the 5 volts to the button, it goes to pin, and it goes to the ground. Right here, I also add a buzzer, which is on pin A, and then it just goes to ground. So this is the circuit. I'm just gonna start the code now. So first we have to declare, of course, declare the integers. So we're just gonna start with int. We're just gonna call the blue LEDs the mole LED. So we're just gonna mole 1 LED. Just gonna call it that. Mole LED 1. Which equals to 12. And the pin is just to 12 first. Pin 12. And I'm just gonna copy and paste this for all the nodes, of course. There's 4 in total. You could also add more, but oops. 11, yeah, 11, 10, and 9. The pins are 9. Now we could do the the buttons. So int LED 1, this button, LED 1 button, which equals to pin 6, and then I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Same thing. This is simple. 2, 3, 3, 4, and this is probably 5. Yeah, 5, 4, 4, and 3, 5, 6, 4, 4. Okay, now we're just gonna do. Oops. Now we're just gonna do the green and the red LEDs, which indicates you got it right or wrong. So it's int green LED equals, what is this, 2? Yeah, pin 2. And int red LED equals, what is 7? Pretty sure 7. Yeah, 7. Okay, now we have the buzzer too. Here's the buzzer. The buzzer is 8, pin 8. So just declare that from pin 8. You don't need to use a buzzer, but I just wanted to use a buzzer. Makes it better. And we're gonna have a few more integers. I'm gonna call one score, so it at the end it displays your score. So I'm just gonna score a 0, and then oops, make that score 0. And then you could have lives. I'm gonna have lives in my game too. So int lives. I mean, depends how much lives you want, but I'm just gonna keep it as 3 lives, and then the game ends. And that's pretty much it for the integers. For now, pin mode, we're just gonna copy and paste this a bunch of times. We need it for, oops, how much time do we need it? More, oh my god, wait. Yeah, like that, and then 2, oops, just trying to make it neat. Okay, so 2 more of these. So we're just gonna do the mole 1 LED, mole 2 LED. Just gonna make these pin modes in output, because we're gonna give data to a high or low, turn it on or off. So it should be output, and then LED 1's button. The buttons that's gonna be input, because we're gonna gain the input from it. since we're receiving input from the buttons, we're just gonna write input instead of output, because we receive data, high or low, of course. And then now this is gonna be the red LED. This is gonna be output again, since we're gonna give data to it, a high or low, which turns it on or off. Green LED. We're just gonna also add a few process generator for the in the void setup. So we're gonna do random. We're having a random seed. This is just, it's like a process for the. I'm gonna have a timer for when the mole comes out from the blue LEDs when it turns on or something. So I'm just gonna do MLS. Then that just starts the seed, and then we're gonna have another seed. It's gonna be analog read 0, and this is just gonna start the analog read again for the random seed, so then it reads the analog, if that makes sense. Just don't worry about this, to be honest. It just starts up the random seed function, or you want to call it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna have the void loop. This is just void loop is like where the game starts. So I mean, you could have an introduction to your game. You would provide it right over here. I'm just gonna make it simple, so all the LEDs light up and then turn off. So we just do digital right red LED. Oh no, sorry, not the red LED. Let's do red first. Red LED high. We're going to turn it on. Oops! Don't forget the capital keys for the caps for the high. Then I'm just gonna copy and paste this, to be honest. Let's do the green one. No, it's just gonna be a little pattern, if you want to call it. And then it's gonna delay maybe 300 MLS. I mean MS. My bad. And then we're gonna copy and paste this again. This is gonna be 1 2 mole LED mole 2 LED. We want this one to light up now. This is like a little pattern, doesn't matter. And then there's gonna be mole 3 LED. Same thing again, copy and paste. And then mole 1 LED. And then for here mole 4, the last one, LED. My bad. Just gonna, okay, yeah, nice. Now I'm just gonna copy and paste this again, and then just make it high so then it turns off completely. Mode 1, sorry, kind of confused. Okay, yeah, so we want to turn off the red LED. Red LED. No, sorry, not the red LED. Mole 1. Just a pattern, a little small pattern. It doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna do this again. Copy and paste this. Same thing. It's gonna be low. My bad. And this is gonna be low. This is gonna be. It's just in reverse, so it's gonna be 2 and 3, I believe. Yeah, 2 and 3. And then same thing again. And then turns off the whole thing when this is red. It's gonna turn off red LED, and then it's gonna turn off the green LED. There we go. We have the basic done. I'm just gonna delay time. The delay time is gonna be longer because after this, the game's gonna start right away. So we need the player to like wait, you know. So it should be like, we should make it 3 seconds maybe, 3000 ms, which is 3 seconds. And then now, yeah, okay, we've done that. Okay, now if you want, at this point we could add a buzzer, but I'm just gonna add at the start. the way we do is tone buzzer. You're gonna call the buzzer, and then this is the pitch, how the note. I'm just gonna call it 900. You could play around with that and see what tone you like, but I'm just gonna keep it 900. And I'm just gonna have it for each after each high or low um play, like so. And then now we're just gonna, to be honest, I'm just gonna close it from here. So we're not just gonna take this out. Remember, in order to stop the buzzer, we're gonna know tone buzzer, call the buzzer, um, and then that just stops the buzzer from playing a note. So I just want to see how this works. So let's start it. Hope there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, yeah, we got multi. Oh yeah, I forgot to capitalize the L here. Yeah, I just want. Okay, yeah, that's the sound. Alright, let's play it again. That's the sound of the mole LED. The introduction, I mean, sorry. So I think that's a nice, nice introduction. So we're just gonna start the next process. So now we're gonna start the game. We're gonna do this from with the do while loop. So do it's gonna be just a I'm gonna call the game a function. So game is, I mean, we could, you know what, okay, let's just do this. Let's do something else first. Just gonna, because to make it easier and stuff, I'm just gonna do that. We're gonna have the void game first. We're gonna call a function called void game bracket, and then the that is just like the void a function. We're calling a function. So this is where the random LED light up. So we're gonna do int. We're gonna write an int from here. Random. It picks a random number, the code generator from pin 9. What we have, pin 9 from 12, but we want it 9 to 12, but you can just write 13 instead, because it won't, otherwise it won't pick the 12. So we actually just do 100 than that. So like that, like so. And then now we're just gonna call let's do a if function. So if if the random number is 12, if the random number is 12, hit, we're gonna call a function again, hit, like this is gonna be a function void hit, the same thing we did for void game. So hit LED one button, so it's gonna be together, of course, like it depends on the which LED comes on. So you have to, if this LED turns on some more there, so then you would have to press this corresponding button. So it's going to be a function together. So button 1 and with is with mole LED 1, mole LED 1, and that's basically it. Now we're just gonna do this for each random number. I'm just gonna write else is if, so then it doesn't check for more than once. So it's more smoother, I guess. I'm just gonna change 2 and 2. The same thing for, and then 11, 10, 10, and then 9. This is gonna be 4, of course, with the corresponding buttons and lights. 3, 3. So now we're finished this. I'm just gonna add another bracket for the void game. So we're gonna have another function. So this time is gonna be void hit, like what we just did here. So this is where the button actually being pressed at this point. So void hit is gonna be, of course, int, the same thing, button and mole LED. So int LED button with the corresponding int mole LED. Oops, mole LED. So we got that done. Mole LED. Okay, so I'm just gonna add that. Okay, so now we're gonna turn on the random LED. So we have to do digital right mole LED, any mole LED, the random mole LED of course, and we can do high for that. So now we have, if the, for example, if the random number is 11, it goes here, right? It plays this function, and then it goes to the hit function, which is void hit, comes here, and then it plays the mole LED, which is number 2. So it plays this with the corresponding button. So if the button was pressed, then the LED will go off. But if it's not pressed, then it otherwise won't turn off. And then so digital right mole LED high. Don't forget these colons. You need it for every colon basically. Digital read. Okay, so now we're gonna um uh make the mole wait there for a specific time. So we're just gonna do a random function for that too. Mole wait, uh how long the mole's gonna wait on, so how long the LED is gonna be on for. So random 300, let's do 300 to maybe 650. This is MS of course, so it picks a random time for this too. Okay, we have that. So this is just gonna start a timer. Long timer equals um m milliseconds, that. Okay, this is just gonna pick a this at this stage when it comes to here is gonna start a timer for the player of course. And now we're just gonna do a while if loop. So let me just, oops, okay, while. So this is gonna be a while the if the timer, sorry, my bad, this is like that. Okay, timer, if the timer is less than the mole wait, play this function. So this is gonna be the if function of course. If digital, oops, digital if digital, my bad, I forgot the I. Digital, oh my god, digital, if digital read the LED, if the, I'm sorry, the button, if the button is high, it reads the button, and if it's high, play this. This is where when one person gets the button correctly, the answer correctly, this is gonna be playing. It's gonna be executed. So if we're gonna digital right mole LED low, we're gonna turn it off, the specific mole LED, and then that. So and then now this is gonna turn on the green LED since the person got it right, of course. So digital right green LED equals high. This is gonna show the player that the person actually got it right, the correct answer basically. So we're actually gonna add a buzzer in here too. So it's just gonna be a happy tone. So buzzer, call the buzzer of course, 1,000. This is gonna be a high pitched, so it kind of sounds like a happy voice. And then delay, just gonna add a delay there too, since of course we need a delay. Delay for 2 milliseconds, and then after the 2 ms is gone, we're just gonna turn off the buzzer. Turn off the buzzer. Just turn it off the buzzer. Did I do it properly? Yes, I did. Not another delay, same time. Oops, I forgot the colon. Oops, yeah. Oh my, okay, my bad. That. Okay, so now we're at the stage when the green light is on. Now we're just gonna turn it off. Digital. I'm just gonna copy this. Digital right there, and then turn that off. Turn the green LED off, of course. Now at this stage, the person got the correct click the correct button. So at this stage, we want the score. We already entered, sorry, integer, yeah, we already did this. So we want the score to add one every time someone gets a correct answer. So score equals +1 every time they reach this function. And after this, since we have no other way to go back, because at this point we want this the code to go back to here, and it picks a random number again. So we're just gonna add a return function, return function, so it goes, the code goes back on top from here and starts again. And if this doesn't happen, then we're just gonna do the next part is gonna be when someone gets a mistake, so the red LED turns on, of course. Just finish this, put the bracket, another bracket for the while. Now this next part is just gonna be when the person doesn't, when the person misses the button and or runs out of time. So digital, it's gonna be the digital right, mole LED low. So it's gonna turn off the mole LED. It's gonna turn off the mole LED. I'm sorry, mole LED, and it's gonna turn on the red LED, the one that indicates if it's wrong or not. So red LED high, wanted high, cause turn it on. We're gonna do another buzzer here at this stage. It's gonna be a high pitched. You'll see when I play the game, like how it actually is. It's gonna be high pitched. So another delay here. We just wanna just copy this since we just did that already. Just gonna copy this. Self-explanatory. Delay. We want the same LED, the red one, to turn off. Turn off. And now you can do a delay again. Actually, we don't need a delay. So now we're just gonna from now wait, what was the lives again? So 3. So now at this stage, the code knows you got one wrong, of course. You missed a button. You missed a mole. So we're just gonna minus 1 from your lives. So you have 3 lives, so we're just gonna subtract 1 from your life. So lives equals lives equals subtract 1. We added 1 from the score, but now we're going to subtract 1 from the lives. Now we're just going to put a bracket, curly bracket. Okay, now this, we have the game done, basically. This picks a random number from here, picks a random LED turn on, comes here, and then turns on the mole wait time, and then turns on a timer, and then if you have enough time, if you doesn't run out of time, then displays. And if I mean, it checks for the button. If the button is pressed, if it's hide, then it displays. And if this is played, if you press the button, then it returns back to the top. But if it's either not, then you miss the button or the mole, then displays, which is subtracts from your lives, and the red LED turns on, indicating that you got a wrong answer. So now we're back on top to the void loop. So here we're just gonna check how many lives you have. So since we have 3 lives, we can make a we're just gonna make a do while function stating how much lives you have. Not stating, but like for example, let me show you how I do it. So is if do this is a void loop. I'm saying this, it plays a game, so it picks a random LED to turn on. Do the game, start the game. I'm basically saying start the game while if, basically saying while lives is gr greater than 0. If the if you have oh my bad. If you have more than 0 lives, the game is gonna play. So this code is gonna get executed again and start from void hit. It's gonna start from void game and then void hit. So it's gonna keep on going. If you have more than 0 lives, so you're gonna start with 3, but every time you get a wrong answer, it's gonna subtract it. So yeah. So now we're just gonna here, Richmond. I'm just gonna add a oops, my bad. Just gonna have to add a thing here. Uh, curly bracket right here since it's do while. So I have to put a curly bracket right here. That's fine. So now we're just gonna for the score we had to display it somehow. So for me, I'm just gonna do how many blinks the green LED does. So if the green LED blinks 2 times, your score was 2. So you press the button 2 times correctly, meaning. So for score, score, see the for function for score states the score. If the score is greater than 0, play it, and every time it runs in this function, it's gonna subtract the score by 1. Subtract score by 1, curly bracket, and now we're just gonna do digital. I'm just gonna do a delay 2 here. Delay maybe like 200. From start and digital right. So green LED. So how many blinks it does basically. So green LED high. This indicates if you get 1 point, but every time your score is 0, less greater than 0, it still plays it. So it just does it for us. The amount of time. So green, digital right, green LED high with the thing. And we're just gonna do a buzzer too at this point because it just looks better, sounds better if you want to say. So 1100 high pitched again. The higher the number is, the higher pitched it is, but if it's lower, it's like deeper, if you know what I'm saying. Delay 200 maybe, yeah, 200. I think I should do 300 actually. Depends. We could, yeah. So let's do 500. Why not? It's gonna be more better if you do 500. It's gonna be longer. Okay, so forgot that the code and delay 500. Now what we're gonna do is turn off the the button. I mean the LED. So turn it off. So low. So it's gonna turn on, then the buzzer's gonna play, and it's gonna be off. That counts as 1 point. But then the score is gonna subtract and play it again. Go back up there, play it again, and when you reach 0 points, then it's not gonna play this function. It's gonna keep on going. So no tone. It's gonna just close the buzzer. It's gonna skip the buzzer. No tone, so it's gonna turn off the buzzer, and then we need a curly bracket right there, and then if you guys want, I'm just gonna do a 5-second wait until the next game starts. So it's not just gonna play it again and again and again without any time and stuff. So I'm just gonna do delay 500, and at this point I'm gonna reset the lives to 3. Because if I don't do this, the next game is gonna start with 0 lives since I didn't state it again. Since the lives were already subtracted by 1, so it's gonna start from 0, and then the next game is gonna start. So you're not gonna have 3 lives. So we have to state that again for 3 lives, or you could do 6 or 5. Doesn't matter, but I just did 3. So I think we're done. I'm pretty sure. So if you start, it should play. Or did I do something wrong? I probably did. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Actually, I don't. Wait, what? What did I forget? Oh, I forgot the colon here, so forgot that. So yeah, pretty sure that was a problem. So now I should play. Okay, yeah. The game starts. That's when the game starts. Now I'm gonna press the button, the corresponding button. This is 3 points already. And then if I don't do anything, there's gonna be 3 lives. I got 4 points, by the way. So I didn't do anything, of course, so it's gonna be wrong. Again, wrong, wrong. So there, I just got 4 points. Now the game's gonna end, and I'm gonna start after 5 seconds. It's kind of arcade game. The game works. There we go, we're done. I hope you like this video.